call the meeting to order. You join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, we'll start with approval of the minutes from the March 21st regular meeting. Any discussion on that?
I'll make a motion to approve them as submitted.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
It's approved. Public comment.
Hi.
Would the reporter like to say anything?
Nothing at this time.
Okay. Thank you for attending. And we're quickly up to discussion items. So first thing I want to discuss are upcoming meetings. Policy committee meeting, 5:30 would Thursday 5/11 work. If not, we can look further out into May.
We'll go with yes.
Yes? Okay.
Yes?
Perfect.
Kevin, sound good?
Yeah. May have an issue. I've got right now I'm scheduled, Allison's supposed to be done in school on the 10th. If that stays the same, then it won't be an issue. But if for some reason that changes back a day, we're speculating on test schedule.
Okay,
That
could you
would
just let me know?
So, but we can schedule
As
the
it gets
11th
closer.
and then
Okay. 5:30 time work?
that's fine.
Paul, is that okay?
Yes, that's what's the preferred time.
Perfect. Next one is facilities committee meeting, 5 p.m. Possible dates are Monday 5/1 or Thursday 5/4 or Tuesday 5/9.
I'm fine with either.
I believe I am as well. Poor Kevin again.
How about 5/1, if we could do that on
Monday?
yeah, if we could do that, please.
Good by me. Okay, and curriculum committee meeting, 4:30 p.m. Need to schedule a meeting sometime near the end of May.
Can we do it the 30th or 31st? Okay, I'll look at those dates.
What's on curriculum?
I
Paul,
believe it's-
Tammy, and Al.
Mal? Sound good?
30th, 31st?
30, 31st, somewhere in that ballpark?
The 30th.
30th?
Thank you.
Is 4:30 all right for you?
Honestly, 5 or 5:30 would be better. What's that, Paul? 5 or 5:30 would be better.
5:30.
Okay, I'll send out an email on that.
Thank you.
Okay, any other discussion items? Hearing none. Correspondence. We received the New York State Comptroller's Office Audit Report on IT Access Management. Everybody go through that? And our responses on that? Any action needs to be taken on that?
I'm not on that. Next steps in that process will be us developing a corrective action plan and directly regarding what the comptroller's responses were and items. That will be coming back to the board for, I believe, for approval,
Correct,
and then be posted on the website.
correct.
So that'll be coming.
And thank you for
Next
pointing out that, we were well aware that, most of the the equipment showed up on the BOCES inventory, just not on our inventory.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was kind of hard to read that, you know, we were supposed to be tracking BOCES assets as well, but we'll take their guidance on this. And then there was another thing is that when I went out to look to the 40 items to put hands on the items, I believe our safety or our IT leader over there said they could physically put their hands on 39 out of 40, and the one that they couldn't put their hands on was in the house fire. So I guess
But we knew
just,
that.
yeah, but
So
it doesn't really
we're
reflect
well
that
aware of that.
in the report though. So
Right.
you know, with their numbers the way they were, so we're confident they are. With some minor adjustments here and there, I think we'll be in good shape, and that a lot of the assets were accounted for physically hands-on. Mislabeling sounds like most of the issues. Are there any additions to the agenda?
No, we do not have any.
Okay. On the consent agenda, we have declare surplus. And under surplus, we had adjustable poles. We're still cleaning out the basement, so a lot of the stuff is like acoustic ceiling panels, the voting machines, automatic voting machines, student tables, heights, and wooden chairs, things like that.
Do you know if those voting machines are the old metal lever ones?
They are.
They are.
And I received permission from the county to get rid of them.
Okay, my question was, before we actually, I don't know what we're gonna do with the landfill or something, but maybe the historical society?
Okay, I can reach out to them.
And, the town I know still has a lot of the keys that Mr. Bartlett used for those machines.
I do have keys for all of the machines.
Okay.
We actually have an extra set of keys and no machine. So maybe you and I can talk about that.
Okay, and maybe we can reach out to the historical society, just to
Sure.
see if that may be something that they're interested in
Sure.
keeping, so they're ancient now.
Remember when we used those?
Yeah, it's not like it's not even a training opportunity anymore, cause that's not how the
Right.
voting works anymore, so
Right.
even for student learning is not all that.
Remember we used to have
But they work
seniors,
well.
right, did it? Al, didn't we run a vote with the
The
seniors
seniors,
using the
yeah.
machines, I
I
believe?
remember doing it in 6th grade.
Sixth
I would say
grade
we're
too,
in
yeah.
Townsend doing it, yep.
School, we brought a voting machine.
I remember voting on the thing, so let's.
Okay. You win, Kevin.
It's like the curtain
Alright, so I
closed.
Okay, consent agenda C is authorized workers' compensation award. D is established scholarships. The Ruth Hollenbeck and John Helna Cable Alumni Scholarship, a maximum of 2,000, will be awarded annually, between 500 to 1,000 per student, depending on the number of applications. Michael Spacaforno Memorial Scholarship, 250, will be awarded annually to a student who is either a member of the Future Farmers of America or going into the construction profession. And WCS FBLA Leadership Scholarship, 250, would be awarded annually directly to the student using funds from the FBLA extra classroom account. So 3 scholarships to be considered for establishment. Appoint election inspectors and assistant clerks for the upcoming votes. Adopt the BOCES Cooperative Purchasing Service Agreement. 2 unpaid leave of absence requests from O'Brien and Dispersia. And personnel emergency appointments, Kate Williams for home instruction recommendation. Any discussion on the other consent agenda items?
I'll make a motion.
Second?
Motion second, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Consent agenda is carried. Under new business, accept donations, $60 from the Catskill Mountain Antique Engine and Machinery Club to the Walton FFA chapter, $500 from CNS Engineers to Walton Central School District to fund end of year employee luncheon, $1,000 from Chester and Karen Boschwa to the Cody A. Endress Memorial Scholarship, and purchase decorations to the class of 2024 Junior Prom from Faye, Taggart, Backus Foster, Babino, Colony, Stephanie Rosa, Voorhees, Brown, Copeland, Seeley, Costello, Lipane, Contello, Lamoureux, and Rollison and Shrew. Lumped together. We have a motion to accept the donations.
Motion.
Second?
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That is carried. Next is revise the 23-24 Board of Education meeting schedule. And it was adding a special meeting on Tuesday, April 16th, 2024.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That is revised. now adopt the 23-24 school calendar.
I'll move it.
I don't ever remember our graduation being that late before.
It is late.
Never has
Very
been.
late.
If you notice, there's, well, I don't know if it's designated, but the Regents is getting longer and longer, and they've got 2 rating days, and it used to be the very last day of Regents was called a rating day.
Right.
For final scoring. They actually have another one they've built in. And they have less exams per day. So they just keep doing this, and this year it now falls. And they don't have the schedule out, so we do not know the examinations that are given on the 24th and 25th. So therefore, we can't, if they were examinations that you knew seniors would not be taking in a majority of the years, or you could analyze it to see where our juniors were at,
Right.
we could potentially still hold it on the 22nd. But we have no idea what the region schedule is gonna be, so it's gonna have to be on the 29th. And once this gets out, families make plans. You know, I learned my lesson years ago, I'm not trying to
don't
adjust
change it,
anything.
right,
You
yeah.
leave it alone, because they've got family coming
Right.
in from all over. So the 29th it will be. Getting closer and closer to getting us into July for schooling, aren't they?
It's late.
It is very late.
And we will be posting this out on the website after we
Yep.
approve it, okay.
Yep.
Was that a motion to approve, Tammy?
Mr. Charles made a motion.
I'll second.
Oh, okay. Thank you. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It is adopted. Approve the school attorney rates. I just wanna also note that we are retainer clients for this, so it would be any non-retainer work that these rates would apply to.
And ultimately, our agreement that we entered into last year had multiple years that we could come in and agree to it annually, reappoint it at the rate. So even if projected rates go up, retainer rate will not be a change until we get to the end. I think we have 2 more years on it.
Mhm.
So for this year and next year and the following year, everything stays as it was.
I don't believe we haven't exceeded our retainer rate yet, correct?
No,
Right.
no. And we don't project that we will.
Right. Any further discussion on that? I'll entertain a motion.
I'll move it.
Oh,
No.
Either way, working out.
Okay. Motion second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That is carried. And amend budget to accommodate the added alternative bids award for the Townsend Elementary School flooring capital project.
Make a motion?
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That is carried. And finally, personal appointment, Kelly Bixby, part-time food service helper.
Make a motion.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That is carried, and we are up to supervisory remarks.
Okay, we've got Tracy's and we have Rick's. Nothing really to highlight out of the ordinary on Tracy's. That department is, at this point, is just flowing, normal operation. We do have our last bus drill coming up, just to highlight, the third and final on the 14th.
Okay, that's the 7 straight weeks of school for those students on that school.
Yep.
The longest stretch, right?
Yeah, well, hopefully the good weather will help us with that. I think March is a really long month for everybody, every year. And Rick is here, if you have any questions, Rick, anything you wanna highlight on this, on your report?
So we're excited to have the new front entrance finally done. It gives a better line of sight for the secretary at the front desk, as well as adding a second handicapped entrance. So we actually have 2 handicapped entrances at that door. So just in case one is down, like it is now, just notice that the main one's working. So in the morning we'll attack that, but that's great to have. That's
Yeah.
really it.
And you'll notice we have some narrative detail and some of the detail here on our Safe Act funding, and some details of what's gone on since 2020. that we have in this report. There's more confidential specific detail provided to you elsewhere as a board, but this is the narrative detail that we wanted to make sure that everyone understood, and that safety of all remains our primary focus as a school district, as always. Any questions for it? Okay, me?
Yes, sir.
It seems to be my theme all the time is construction update, but that's the thing.
Here we are.
Over April break was quite busy, even though we don't have any major construction going on. Obviously, you can see the windows that from the week before and all the way down through. They still got some small finishing up to do. We've got the blinds, of course, are back ordered. We'll be here in 3-4 weeks. So we're enjoying the sunshine, hopefully not too much sunshine, or on this side of the building, we'll go elsewhere for a half hour when the kids are here. So that moved along. Forno did a great job on site with us, very flexible and very professional. Harvey Drive, Burrell's was here, got the drainage containment in place, replaced the one cracked concrete pad sidewalk section, got all that in place, and then at some point here, I'm guessing early summer or whenever we coordinate it, they'll be doing that last piece of blacktop. That won't be Cobblestone Stone, that'll be Burrell's doing that last piece. Electrical panels here in the high school, middle school were upgraded. I think there are three or four panels that were hit in various sections of the building. And we had some asbestos abatement done, preliminary stuff done the hallway and in the classrooms at Townsend to get a jump on the work for this summer. And that was done successfully, and everything's back in place and operational. So, moving along, here in 2 weeks, we've got our last planning session for the IRT. So far so good. As they said, if they get deployed, it goes away. But if they don't get deployed, they do the training. So hopefully that the unit does get deployed and we get the services for the community. But the last planning is week of the 24th. I believe they'll be on site here for 4 days. So I'll give you an update following that. So we should have it down the specific, that's it, that's our last one. So we'll have all the final details. I'm sure there'll be at least some minor adjustments, and then after that, we're gonna go into our internal planning once we find out exactly what they need, so we can make sure that everything is prepared so we can be the best host that we can possibly be. So hopefully this will become, if not annual, maybe every other year or whatever, but they come back. So far, they really think our facility is perfectly situated for them. So that would be a wonderful thing.
Yeah, well, do we know how they're gonna advertise? Are they gonna send mailings out to every home?
They don't know yet. They're working on that. The planning group between Broome and Delaware. They're trying to determine multiple ways. They're also going to get on each of the BOCES regional superintendent agendas and have the school districts help as well. To disseminate information as well. So all those details should be coming up. I'm guessing that week we'll be finalizing that as well. Would be my bet.
I think people that are connected to social media or the newspapers and stuff will see that right away. But those that are not, the elderly that may be in need of these services, may not see it as easily as others.
I think they talked about stuff in like backpacks, things like that, and sending stuff out that way as well. I know it doesn't reach all the people that way,
People
but
reach out to
they
their
have a lot
elderly
of
neighbors or
they have a lot of different avenues. I think they're going to pursue. We'll probably hear more about it after the April meeting.
Absolutely, and something that we can consider as a district for our community is if we wanted to, completely out of the ordinary, but we could carve a section out of our budget newsletter that's going to go to every home and every resident.
To put something in there.
We could put something.
Yeah. It's just such a big opportunity for rural Delaware County to get these services taken care of for free. So regardless of any income status, anything like that, they're free for everybody who walks in the door. So
would you like us to work that up?
I think that would be
I can make room by,
beneficial to
if
our
I need to, I
residents.
can shorten up the narrative piece, cause it's the detail of the budget that's important anyway,
We push for
right? Okay, we'll work that in,
We
absolutely.
were quite surprised at the town level, how many people, as many years as the Star has been out there in this enhanced Star. Once we sent out the postcards for the 65 and older exemption that we just passed and increased, there was a lot of people not, set up on the Star yet, so. A lot of people don't know, they don't know what's, out there. So
Yeah.
we really need to reach out to the elderly.
Absolutely. Like we said, this is just a great opportunity for our community, so we wanna get it out there wide. So we'll do whatever we can, we'll do our stuffing in backpacks, we'll do multiple ways, we'll get it out there multiple times, social media, website, we'll just keep pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing for Marcy.
Good.
That's all I got.
Okay.
I also just wanted to mention Beauty and the Beast was amazing. So
Yes, it was.
great job to Mr. and Mrs. Bartlett, Mrs. Doig, everyone who put that on. It was an absolutely wonderful experience. We have such talented students.
I thought the students were phenomenal. We got to watch it Friday night, and all the characters were phenomenal. They did an excellent job. You would think that was professionally put together. I mean, honestly, it was that
Costumes,
well.
costumes were amazing.
Everything.
Yep.
It was just amazing. It was one of the best shows I think we've ever put on. So congratulations to them.
They had a lot of fun doing it, the kids, you could just see it, they had a ball.
Yeah.
It always amazes me to see high school kids that can memorize and perform the way that they do. Honestly, I didn't have that ability, so it just amazes me.
Okay, anybody else have anything for the good of the meeting?
motion to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And there's no exact. We are
That's
adjourned.
fine, all right.